Hello everybody, my name's Atley. Welcome back to my SnowRunner hard mode playthrough. We're in Black Badger Lake, pulling away from the Tatra Phoenix fuel truck. Just refueled the Force, put the 2-slot trailer on the back because we're going to get 2 metal beams. Let's get all-wheel drive on. So we're going to pick the ones up near the garage that I tagged on the map in the previous episode. That I haven't actually been close enough to them for them to show up on the map yet, but they do show up every time I drive past with a task active. So we're going to go and get those first. There's 4 slots. That'll be the 2 metal beams needed for part A or section A of the paper factory. And then we're kind of into metal rolls territory. Quite a lot of metal rolls needed. Possibly this will end up being a slightly shorter recording as well. I've got a lot going on this week. This weekend we're going away to see family as a pre-Christmas trip. So it's going to be a busy weekend, and I've got to get a couple of episodes recorded in the can and published in advance of the weekend because I won't be here to record anything over the weekend. So I might make this one a little bit shorter. We'll see how we go. Don't actually need fuel. Must have pulled in there because I wanted the radio music, right? So in game it is about 5 AM, so it'll start getting daylight. There's a bit of dawn breaking now. We've got to get... There's still quite a lot to do on this map, and I'm a little bit unsure how to do the bricks. So obviously there's quite a lot of bricks to pick up off buildings, but I need a lot of bricks. Somebody said in comments that pretty much you can get away with bricks being the only thing you use the crafting thing for. But the dilemma is you get cement using the power generator crafting, and then you also need to take that generator somewhere else. And the suggestion was, why don't you just buy another generator? And I may end up doing that. Just because it will be easier than doing the calculations to make sure I've taken enough cement before I move the generator. I may end up just buying a second one. Because we can afford it, frankly. Nice big old puddle. Never been in this place, I've just seen it as I've driven past. But there is a metal frame building here. Right. Drop a trailer there. Try not to delete my suspension on all of the props. I've switched to this rather than the Pike, mostly because this has got a better crane. Crane mode. Let's put my legs down just in case. Easy peasy. Much easier with a good crane. Still the crane, pack and unpack, and then try and get back out again without deleting my suspension or dropping the trailer. And pack, and we get these 2 delivered. That will be all of the metal beams needed for section A, and then it will just be rolls for A. And 2 rolls plus bricks for B. Doesn't have the best ground clearance, so does it? I mean, that was the point that somebody was making in comments. But that's not going to be anything I can... Nope. That's nothing I can winch off. Any of these strong enough to give me a bit of assistance? Try that one. Nope. They're all just going to pull over. Well, somehow that one managed to snag on a... So that's one of the little shrubs. One of the useless ones, I think. But it somehow managed to snag on a rock and become useful. Is that a thing? Strange. Strange. At least I didn't need a rescue, eh? Right, and I don't think I have any reason to go back in there again. I know there's a medium logging trailer to deliver, but I think that might be down that route rather than where I've just been. So how are we going to do this? We need to collect metal rolls, and we got 10 of them on the other map. I'm slightly minded to try the Pike with the blue trailer and do 2 trips, 5 each load. I don't fancy taking the 8-slot trailer down there. I think that's a little bit too off-road for it. But no, I think I'll try the Pike. So when we've delivered these, we're going to drive back down through the map, take the Pike into the garage in Grainwoods, switch it back to low saddle mode, and then cross country in the blue trailer. I was looking through the spreadsheet. It's not been updated for phase 8 yet, but the spreadsheet on truck combos, after a comment from Friday about maybe getting the GMC Brigadier, and unfortunately because it doesn't do medium logs, I'm a little bit reluctant, but it made me think again about, I really want a medium log specialist, and I know that the Azov 7 is good for it, but I still want that Tiger B. I'm not going to do a special expedition for it, but I really want that Tiger B. It'd be great on this map for medium logging. But it's probably at least 2 episodes worth of work to do in main in order to unlock it. And I don't want to do that much of a special expedition. That's too much for me. Right, so this will be the final 2 metal beams. I'm not sure if any are needed for section C, but final 2 metal beams of sections A and B. So what we need now is 12 metal rolls plus, I think, 2 more. Yeah. So we need a total of 14 metal rolls and 12 bricks. And then we'll be done. Well, what's my way of doing that? I think, as I said, get the Pike and just head down the map. Won't take any trailers or cargo. We're just going down to the garage, get the low saddle on, and pick up the blue trailer, which I think I left at the railway depot, and see how the Pike does with 5 slots of metal rolls on. It's fast, isn't it? So discussion with Lexi in comments about, yes, in some cases this was underpowered. I described it as being a bit gutless, and pulling up a hill with a heavy cargo on it was a bit flat for me. But at the same time, the counter to that is that on good terrain it is such a fast truck, so on balance it probably evens out, and it's good fun to drive. It's got a good throaty engine for a little truck. I'll time lapse this until we're at the garage. Oh, that's a nasty bit. But I keep forgetting that's proper death mud, that little bit. Probably need to go to that right side maybe and avoid the worst of that. When you got a 4-speed box on it, must be very well geared. And I'm gunning it over these because it also doesn't seem to take as much damage as other trucks that go fast. It did occur to me earlier, I don't know why I didn't try it just then, but because of that patch of death mud that we just went through, whether actually the railway line is a better transit to get north to south on this map. Ooh. Thought that felt a bit strange. Got plenty of fuel in the roof. Yeah, we'll take it out the sideboard bed because I'm going to unequip that. This is a $6 per litre place, so I'm not filling up here anyway. Taking it out the sideboard bed means I won't lose it when I unequip. I do quite like this truck in this configuration. I don't really have a problem with it. The crane is the weakest part, and for metal rolls it'll be fine, but yeah, I think they've made it a more fun truck. Give it some welly. How fast can we get to the garage? We're in 4th gear. Need for Speed SnowRunner edition. Mud tyres on asphalt. I think I might be enjoying this a bit too much, to be honest with you. But how will it cope with a 5-slot trailer full of metal rolls? Off-road. That's the question, right? Right, in the garage. And then customize. Take off. I'll put the low saddle back on. And then put my spare wheel back on. So you can't have the spare wheel and the crane and the sideboard bed because of the way the spare wheel is behind the cab. But that is me back in trailer mode. I'll fill up out of the Kodiak rather than this trailer. And the Kodiak's at the railway depot next to my trailer. My blue trailer. If you want to get around the map fast, this is your boy. I think this is faster even... Well, is this the fastest truck? I know the... Lodestar, I was told, is the fastest Scout. But blimey, this will give it a run for its money, I should think. Maybe a good contest truck. It would be a good contest truck as long as it's got the capabilities of what the contest requires. So if I remember rightly, I left the blue trailer on the right near the locomotive. So we'll grab that and then we'll get some fuel on. Yeah, there it is. Give over. Thank you. More like it. Attach a trailer. And then we'll get a bit of fuel. And scootaloo out. So refuel on the Kodiak. What am I tracking? Metal rolls. Yeah. So let's just have a look. Got some here, haven't I? Got 3 there. How many have I got in that hangar? I can't select it. The game won't let me select it. Oh, there we go. 2. I've got 5 here. I need 14 on the other map. But I can't remember exactly how many I need here. Now, I'll leave those 5. Stick to plan. And we'll just drain that warehouse near the gateway. I was just thinking, if I'd have taken those 5 from here, I could then have gone up the road with them rather than going cross country on the other map. Just retrace what I just did. But no, I'll do it this way. This is quite a tight corner with this trailer. Drive it like you stole it, mate. So we're taking the same route that we used with the Ford pickup truck to get to that warehouse. In fact, I think the Ford is still sat there. We are doing quite an ambitious off-road journey with this truck, to be honest, with this trailer. But we can but try. Just need to get to that bridge. If I remember rightly, it was down here. Across the stream. And then with this trailer on, I think going the loop to the left rather than the slightly more cross-country rugged bit that I took in the Ford. I mean, I know I haven't got any cargo on at the minute, but this is so much fun. It doesn't pull too bad in high, which is another reason for not giving up on it. I said it was gutless, but I don't know whether I gave it the best chance. To be fair, what I'm doing right now in this configuration with the crane and this trailer, probably the Taiga would just be easier, because the Taiga is a good truck as well. This can do things the Taiga can't. But this particular activity, the Taiga could do quite well. Not quite the line I wanted. I just want it at a diagonal so that I can get... I'll do. Attach the trailer. Oh, I was just deboned my Ford. Will do. So, cargo, loading platform. Let's get 5 of these loaded. I'm not going to be fussy about rotating them and so on, as long as they're in the trailer so they'll pack, that's good enough. It's not pretty, but it'll auto pack. So, restore the crane, reattach the trailer. And we'll see how it behaves with a full load on. Attach the trailer. Pack the cargo. 5 metal rolls. Up to the paper factory. So we're going to do that, as I've said, via this gateway. I've got a different idea for a route from this gateway. and we'll see how it goes. I don't know what, it's probably the route that some of you guys have tried or used. Get in the gateway and then we'll have a look at the map. Very good. Welcome back to Black Badger Lake. So what I was thinking is, so last time I came here and then I was doing a kind of convoluted route down around this logging station and across that way. But I think this time I'm going to follow this trail straight through. I could pick those up at the same time, but anyway. Straight through to here. And then I'm going to try that gully and see if that gully lets me get down to the beach. Bit dodgy doing an exploration with a full load of cargo on. We'll see how it goes. Let's get some lights on because it is going into dark. Which is the best time of day to be doing unknown route with 5 slots of heavy cargo on a truck that you haven't driven an awful lot. What could possibly go wrong, right? So, see if I can get better traction this side rather than going through the mud. Oh, hello. No, 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 no. Okay. Held it together there. I'm living life on the edge with this truck today, I feel. I've got a bit of a JFDI mode, which is obviously dangerous when you're driving. I'm going to take this route just because that looked like a bit of sticky mud. Rightly or wrongly. It's got a real solid sort of funky gear change noise, this Pike. It sounds quite cool. So these metal beams from this building are probably candidates to come and get them and turn them into metal rolls at the factory for the last 4 that I will need. So there is that trail there. Hang on, let me just have a double check. Yeah, I think that trail just goes around the back of the building, but it isn't going to be easier than this. So let's just go straight through. Quad Star Brickworks. This is the brick factory. Manufacture there, we need sand and cement to make bricks. And now we go back off piste. Alright, okay, so I've got my bearings again. Although I haven't been down this trail, this is where we rescued the scout out of that lake, the Chevy CK 1500, wasn't it? So this gully could be a bit unforgiving in terms of tip hazard with these rocks. I'm going into slightly more careful mode now driving, as I'm sure you would hope. Because what I don't want to do is I'm not driving recklessly in order to cause accidents to create content. I'm driving recklessly because I enjoy driving this truck fast. But I've now put my serious face on. And that gully, you could drive back up that gully empty a bit easier, but still not be complacent, because these rocks are quite hazardous to a little truck like this. It feels like a little truck as well. It's not, I may be being a bit unfair. It does feel like it's a little truck. Let me see if I can reach. So there is a bigger tree there, but I'm not on it. Thanks for that. No comment. Am I on it now? Yes. So I'm on a bigger tree just to both pull me and also give me a little bit of tip hazard safety. Yep. And then we're at our bridge. So certainly from the gateway, I think that route is okay. Be a bit careful down that gully. Possibly a bit more careful than I was. And then here, I suppose the only other danger is there's quite a sharp left-hand bend to get up onto the road. So I've said before about how it feels a bit weird that I stole the metal frames from this building while there were lights on in the caravan. And in comments somebody said that basically the law is that there's been a disaster and somebody has bought salvage rights to the material, and I'm just here collecting something that's been purchased by the man or the corporation or whoever they are. They, the anonymous they, have purchased salvage rights. So I'm not stealing. I am collecting what's been bought and paid for, apparently. So that's good. Thanks for that. Nice to know a little bit of lore and to know that I'm not being a criminal in this game as well, like I was in Star Citizen when I found myself in jail. Right, that wasn't too bad, was it? I think as a route for getting these out of that other gateway, or for getting to that corner of the gateway to here, that was not a bad route. Question is, have I got time to do that route again? I'm getting a bit congested here, mate. You sort your life out. You've left too many trucks in the way. Trailers galore. Pike did well there. So it doesn't really matter which one I delivered them to, does it? Because both of them, neither of them are going to complete. Have I got time to go and do that run again? With time lapsing, yes I have. So we'll see. I'm gonna do the drive and see how I get on. So it's going to be exactly the route that we just did. In reverse, load up, back again. And I won't cut it because I don't, but I will time lapse it. Probably most of the way there and back. Oh, hang on, I was going to get some petrol. Petrol? Gas. I was going to get some fuel. A mess of that, didn't I? Bit too eager. Refuel. Done. Let's go. Time's wasting. It's got good lights. Nice cone of daylight in front of me. Don't get too reckless. So I said earlier that we're going off. My wife and I are going to visit family who live a couple of hours away as a pre-Christmas visit, because we're not going to have a chance over the Christmas period to see this, to go to that area of the UK. A lot of people I work with are finishing this Friday and taking the 2 weeks off. I'm not, but yeah, and I wish I was. So that's not power, I don't think. I think that is traction because of these rocks. So maybe off to the side. I can't quite see as well as I would like, to be honest, but little bit tricky, but it pulled up through there, no problem. Obviously it's empty, but still. Yeah, the wide line there was okay anyway. I cut that corner in the other direction because I wasn't sure. Bit of fiddly to get lined up in the dark. Need to get it a little bit further over to the right. Making a mess of this. Do maybe. Right, so 5 more to load. Sometimes the temptation is there to auto load, I have to say, but I'm too stubborn. And that is this loading zone empty. Store the crane, reattach, see if I can make it to the paper warehouse. Pack the cargo, and off we go. Should be able to get there in this episode. Unfortunately, I don't think I'll have time to get a couple of beams and craft them into rolls and do the last 4 slots for A and B. So I was hoping I'd finish A today, but no, I'm going to run out of time. So we'll do that in the next episode, and then we also have to get into cement and bricks. Quick photo opportunity. That's like a nice photograph. I like that. That's probably the thumbnail. Right, do not go over the top. Outlay, serious face again. I'm down here trying to watch that terrain. Well, Isn't it nice when it goes well? Oh, hello. Sure that trailer gets on the bridge. Slightly missed my line. Gun it and hope. There we go. Stepped on. So this Pike has impressed me more today than it did in the last episode. But I haven't put it in a position where it felt underpowered. And overall, as Lexi says in her comment, the overall speed of the thing probably makes up for the occasional point where you might have to use a winch to help it up a hill. I think I might be running out of fuel though. There's plenty slopping around. It's red on the main tank, but there's plenty slopping around in there still. I've got 46 litres in the tank. That's enough. I don't need to top up on the way in. Solid bit of progress that is, I think. Also a little bender between friends. That's another good screenshot. Engine off. And let's deliver. I'm going to put them all in this one again. So now we need 2 metal rolls each for A and B. And then we need 12 lots of bricks. And bricks are probably... Just activate B so I can see. Probably a case of collecting quite a lot of bricks off the map. They are all over the place, mine, but there's 2, 4, 6, 8. At least 8. Yeah, there are bricks on the map, and I think I will collect them rather than crafting all of them, because there's a lot of to and fro to craft those. So next time might be a bit of running around to get all of these bricks collected up. Probably need to start looking at some of the tasks as well, but I'm going to focus on getting these 2 finished first. 28 grand for that one, for A, and 19 grand for that one. So we'll certainly finish A next time, because it just needs the 2 more metal rolls, which we can do by getting some beams from somewhere, maybe here, taken back to the rolled metal factory. But that is for the next episode. So I'm going to cut this one here. It's a little bit shorter than normal, but like I say, it makes it a bit easier for me to edit it, given that I've got a busy weekend coming up and I want to get some stuff queued up. So I hope you enjoyed the episode. Hope to see you in the next one. But in the meantime, thanks and goodbye.